areas of these people's land where they won't be able to grow necessarily the crops that they want to grow. They won't be able to drive tractors or machinery across. So essentially, Northwest Natural and affiliate members are responsible for reducing the amount of available agricultural zone that's available to us if this pipeline comes in.
Would you say a big percentage of farmers are against this?
I think that the majority of farmers are against this. We think. I mean, I can't speak for all farmers, of course. Now, there's like tree farmers that seem to be okay with it because they have more to gain. They're going to be giving continual profits from Palomar Company for their compensation.
Oh, yeah, so payola.
Yeah, so even though it tells you something though, because there's a lot of farmers that have been made the same offer, but they still refuse to take it because of what they feel in their hearts. They feel it's really truly right. Let's see, what else can we share? Okay, nobody here is allowed to talk to me. None of their workers are allowed to talk.
Oh, really?
They are all basically under some kind of obligation, I don't have the details of which, basically not to reveal any details related to any aspect of LNG operations. And I know this is true because I was one of these workers from one point in time. I used to work for an environmental consulting firm, a private one, that was eventually contracted by Palomar. Immediately this led to a conflict of interest for me, and ultimately weeks later I was forced to leave my job because of what I had seen. In particular, while I was surveying for archaeological resources on Mount Hood, that's in the traditional huckleberry gathering territories of the Warm Springs ancestral people, I was told specifically I could not talk to any Warm Springs people about any aspect of the operation.
You know what, really, how communication is a way that we all get informed and we can work things out. And here they're telling people no communication. They want to shut that whole communication down.
Yeah.
And when it's shut down, they can just do what they want.
Exactly. And they have time to prepare all of these really pretty and very well-developed statements that go out to the public. I have to say they're very well researched and they look really convincing, right? But if you just
not the
look
full story.
into the details a little bit more. See, these are people who have business sense. These are people who have good energy sense. These people are experts in developing their business and developing their energy infrastructure. What they don't have any sense about is what it is to be a human being living on this earth and having proper good relationships with the systems that keep us alive. They have no sense. Not when it comes to
that concerns me.
Not when it comes to the skies. Not when it comes to our food. Not when it comes to the salmon. They're insane. They're insane. They've lost it. They've lost touch with reality, and they don't deserve to be here. Not doing this. My demand is that they begin using domestic gas to bridge current energy infrastructure, which is based on fossil fuel, to one that is based on one of the recommendations of the state, including the Department of Energy and the governor's group for climate change integration. Now, these two groups recommend at least 5 clean, renewable, sustainable, alternative energy resources, all of which are capable of powering Oregon independently. I'm only going to talk about 3 because some of them I don't fully agree with. I want to say that geothermal, tidal energy, and wind energy, all of these are perfectly capable of powering Oregon. With tidal energy, 1 year of energy accrued, we can power Oregon for 10 years. These are the estimates from the state.
Why weren't they interested in something like that? No money in it?
Do you want to know what they told me? A guy came out here from Northwest Natural. Again, they're not allowed to talk to me. And I was kind of a freak circumstance why I got to talk to him. I talked to somebody else, and then he happened to be there, and so he got to talking to me. But he said, after I had said that we want clean, renewable resources, such as the ones that I've just mentioned to you, he said to me that the Oregon Department of Energy doesn't know anything about energy. Our own elected bodies who have basically appointed these people onto the energy councils, onto the group for global climate change integration. These are experts in the field, and he comes so arrogantly saying they don't know anything. And I say to him, if he knows so much...
He's referring back to people who you kind of agree and side with a little bit. He's saying they don't know anything.
They don't know anything.
Oh, he's pointing the finger the other way and saying you guys don't know anything.
Yes.
We're the experts.
He's saying we're the experts, and the state of Oregon doesn't know anything. Good one! That makes you guys look really good, you know?
Well, thanks for you having a lot of good information and being out here in the public explaining this to people.
Thank you.
and I really appreciate it, and I know a lot of people do, and we're supporting you however we can. I'm going to put this up on the internet, a little YouTube video, hopefully by tonight. I'm going by Joe Anybody, and I use indie media a lot. So
my name is Broken Feather.
Okay, Broken Feather.
Thank you, Oregon. I love you. God bless you, Oregon.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep it up, and I'll be back by periodically. I'm on my lunch hour right now, so I got to run, but I'll be swinging by periodically at times. I work right downtown. Do you know Jim Lockhart?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, he has a cable access TV show, been doing a lot of LNG stuff. It's on Fridays, a growing concern. Yeah, Jim might be interested in talking with you too. I communicate with him a little bit.
Okay.
He's got a cable access TV show every Friday, got a lot of crowd, and he's been big on the LNG, knows more about it than I.
Okay.
I'll touch base with him about this.
Come down.
Do another little interview, or maybe at some point one of you guys can go on his show. He's up cable access at some point, or I don't know how we could work that, but just networking, and getting the word out.
Great. That would be really great.
Joe, I can't thank you enough for your time and for what you're doing.
Oh, I thank you. I thank you, and I feel empowered by what you're doing. I feel hope.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
I feel it too.
Okay,
Thanks
keep
for
it up.
coming by. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
I'm going to just look at this a little closer, and then I'm going to move along here. I see some fire burning here. Is that like where bad things have happened on these pipelines?
Let me give you a rundown. This is Belgium in 2004. It says here at least 17 people died in this particular blast. And again, it says despite the claims of Palomar and Northwest Natural, these kinds of explosions happen very frequently and are a serious threat to Oregon families. And Oregon families are very particularly concerned. Now, a similar explosion happened in Russia in 2007. A gas pipeline, not an LNG pipeline, exploded in Washington. See, there's other things that are just related, that they're not necessarily LNG pipelines, but are like, similarly just responsible for like the abusive treatment of the environment. Like apparently some polluters in Washington had allowed for his oil to spill into the river, and some kids were playing with some matches, lit the river on fire, and killed something like 20 people. And this was just months ago. This kind of thing happens so frequently, and we're not blaming Northwest Natural for that by any means. But what we are saying is that the things Northwest Natural is doing are basically going to create more and more and more and more potential and more opportunities for these kinds of accidents to happen. And now they're coming home. I was just told on good word that a person in the Middle East just witnessed one of these very large super tankers exploding. Apparently, it was hit by a missile. And he said it was comparable, like they say, like the experts say, that these things, when they explode, are comparable to nuclear bombs. They have a quarter-mile blast radius. And I mean, if you could only imagine, that's just a blast. That doesn't include the actual toxics that spill out into the river. So these are very real possibilities. And wouldn't a terrorist just love to target a major super tanker going up the mouth of the
If people are really concerned about terrorists attacking, this could be a real...
Yeah. But we know what terrorists really are. They don't exist. They're the next witch hunt.
Yeah. Now, I think too, just quickly, you're on a hunger strike, and I think you're on your 4th day. So you haven't? Are you just drinking liquids, or
just drinking liquids?
Is it like juices, or just pretty much a water drink?
Yeah, salt and water.
That's salt and water. How does that work? You just salt water, like
just mostly water, and then once a day,
a little pinch of salt, or a little
pinch of salt to go with it.
Really? Wow. Well, thanks for that's a hard step to probably do, I imagine, but
it's worth it. It's well worth it. When I do this, what's keeping me going out here is I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for everybody.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
For all life.
I got a bunch of grandkids and younger kids than me, and I thank you for them too. Thank you, buddy.
The kids, they're the ones who show the most concern out here. The adults kind of blow me off, but the kids come up and they're like, I care. I don't want this to happen.
Yeah. Good. Well, we're going to push for the right things to do. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
Thank
See you later.